Good morning, children. All of you are fine. Okay, now today we begin with our general science. Take out lesson number 8, some properties of water. Come to page number 77. Now we'll read up. I'll read this. Warm up activity. We use water for various activities in our daily life. Draw and write any two uses of water in the space given below. Now you know what are the uses of water. Water is very important in our life. eh? We need to drink, we need to wash, we need to cook. There are so many uses of water. It is endless. Yes, now in this you will write down any two uses. Yes, any two uses in the space given. eh? Draw and write any two uses of water in the space given below. Yes, here this is 1 and 2. Now we will draw and write down the uses of water. For what all uses it? It is for cooking, for drinking, for washing, for bathing. Animals need, human beings need, plants need. There are so many use of water. Yes. Now water has certain properties that make it a very useful substance for us. Now water has got certain properties. It has got some qualities in it that makes it very useful substance for us. In this chapter we will learn about these properties through some activities. Turn to page number 78. Now physical properties of water. Now it says take some drinking water in a glass tumbler and keep it in front of you. What color it is? Now observe here. I have taken three this thing. One is the tumbler, one is the glass, one is the cup to drink, tea cup. Yes, now it says and keep it in front of you. What color is? What color is water? Can you say? Can you name what color water is? Now smell it. Now if you smell the water, what does it smell of? Does water smell of any perfume or rose water, or it smells of any cold drink? Any smell is there? Now take a sip of water. What does it take? Take a sip means take one sip and drink. Now what can you say about water based on your observation? Now when you look at these when you look at this water, what can you say about it? What can you say after looking? That water, pure water, as you know, has got no color, taste or smell. Pure water, as you know, has got no color, no taste and smell. Water has got no color also, has got no taste also, and has got no smell also. But still too, when we drink water, we need water to drink. Yes, and when we drink water, it will quench our thirst. पानी में कोई टेस्ट भी नहीं है, स्वाद भी नहीं है, स्मेल भी नहीं है, बट फिर भी जब हमें पानी पीना रहता है, पानी हमारा प्यास बुझाता है. यस, in spite of having no color, taste and smell, we like to drink water. Yes, and this quenches our thirst. Quenches our thirst मतलब हमारी पानी हमारी प्यास बुझाता है. Yes, now water has got no shape of its own. Water has got no shape of its own. It takes the shape of the container. Now this water I have put it into a glass. It is taking the shape of the container. Yes, it is taking the shape of the container in which it is poured. Now if I pour the water into the cup, it will take the shape of the cup. Yes, it has taken the shape of the cup. No color, taste or smell. Yes, now it takes the shape of the container it is poured into. Let us do the activity given in it. Get set, go box along to understand this. Yes, now I have done this activity with you. Now I pour this water into this mug. Now see, I pour this water into this mug. Now it has taken the shape of this mug. Yes, so water will occupy the shape of the container. It is in this. It has taken the shape of this. So now you know that water has got no color, taste and smell. Yes. Now here you see in your reader it has given three activities. There is a glass, there is a bottle and this. So same way what I showed you in this activity. Same. You pour it into the glass, it will take the shape of the glass. If you pour it into the bottle, it will take the shape of the bottle. If you put it in a bowl, it will take the shape of the bottle. So what does this show? This shows that the shape of the water changes, but the total amount of the water remains the same. So what it has taken, that the shape of the water will change. Shape of the water will change, but the total amount of the water remains Same. Now water occupies a space. If you pour water into an empty glass, you will see it occupies the space of the glass. Here, see, it has occupied the space of the glass. How much of water? It has taken that much space. Now, if you pour the water into the container, you will see that there also it takes the some space. Now, if you pour it into the cup, same space it will take. Yes. Now, if you pour into the mug, same space it will take. You will see that there also it takes some space. This shows that water occupies a space. Yes. So, water has occupied the space of the teacup. Many things dissolve, completely mix. Many things dissolve means completely mix in water. We will learn more about this in the next section. Water flows from higher level to a lower level. Water will always flow from higher level to a lower level. Pour the water from a glass of water. Does it flow upwards or downward? What will happen? Now you see water exists in three states of matter. Water as liquid, yes, water as liquid, ice as solid, and water vapor or steam as gas. Yeah. Water can be changed from one form to another on cooling and heating. Now what is cooling is ice and heating is what? Water vapor. So now we have seen about what does water occupies when we keep pouring into different containers. It has got no color, taste and smell. Now we learn about water and water solution. Some solids dissolve means completely mix in the liquids. The solid that dissolves in a liquid is called solute. Now you learn this. What is the solid that dissolves in a liquid is called solute. The liquid in which the solute dissolve is called the solvent. The liquid in which the solid dissolve is called solvent. Now what is the meaning of solvent? Now water dissolve almost in everything. Hence it is called solvent. It is a universal solvent. The liquid formed after dissolving a solute is a solvent is called a solution. You will have to learn all these terms. Yes, underline from right up to here. You will learn. This is your homework. You will learn it. So you will know what is solute, solvent and solution. So the solid that is dissolved in a liquid is called solute. The liquid in which the solid dissolve is called solvent. So water dissolves almost in everything. So it is what? A solvent. The liquid formed after dissolving a solute is a solvent is called a solution. Now if you dissolve salt, sugar, anything, after dissolving what you will get? Solution. Now here see, take a glass of drinking water. Add a teaspoon of salt. Stir it. Stir it means उसको अच्छे से spoon से हिलाने का. What happens to the salt after some time? Now take the now taste the glass of water. Do you find any changes in the taste? Water in the glass tastes salty. This happens because salt dissolves in water. Now see, here is the glass. Now this is the water and this here is the salt. Yes. Now when you stir it, it becomes same. We have mixed it completely. Yes. So this happens because salt dissolves in water. Yes. Now when we learn, when we dissolve something in water, we get a water solution. So we have dissolved something in the water. So this is the water solution. For example, as you learned from the get set go activity given above, that when we stir salt or sugar in the water, we get a salt or a sugar solution. Yes, when you dissolve sugar or salt in the water, you get a solution. That can be a salt solution or a sugar solution. Now conditions that affect the making of a solution. Some conditions that affect the making of a solutions are given below. Now stir it. Stir means to stir the water. Stir means you have to stir it like this. This is known as stirring. Stir the water with the help of solid particles to dissolve the water faster. Now in order for the solute particle to dissolve faster, we have to stir the water with the spoon. Second is temperature of the water. We have to see solute particles dissolve faster in the warm water. Now this is a room temperature water. If the water had to be warm, the particles would dissolve faster. Therefore, heating the water helps the solute to dissolve faster. So if you have to warm, we have to warm the water for the particles to dissolve faster. Yes, now enough for now. Yes, and I want you to read this lesson twice. Learn the meaning of stirring, temperature of water, all this, okay? Especially this solute, solvent, solute, all this you have to learn. Okay, children, now take care and remain safe, okay?